Good Friday night and welcome back to the shop. I'd like to start off and welcome the new subscribers to the channel and thank you for the returning supporters of the channel as well. Okay, box fail. So anyway, this morning I went up to Bird Store Tractors and picked up some parts for the M, and I put a little short out, but I'll go over in detail what I picked up. I got a lower bolster. My original bolster, the shaft that the hub rides on, is wore out. It's got a groove cut in it where the wheel wasn't tight. And this is what he gave me, so this doesn't work with two rims that I bought a few years ago. So I got the rims to go with these hubs. And this still has the original cleaners on it to keep the mud from between the tires. And I got a water pump. I already had a pump, but I got another one. I only needed this piece, but he said just going to take the whole water pump. So I got that. Probably just as easy. So anyway, these are the rims that go with those hubs. And these are similar to what's on my Super C. And usually you'll find these with the rivets where they're loose from all the years of use. But all these are tight. There's no welds on them, so that's a plus. And the last two items, I got another oil pan. This one has a little dent right there, which can easily be fixed, but there's no welding, no brazing, no nothing. This is a really good oil pan. Then I've got the gasoline head. So now that I got the head for the motor, I've got to order the valves for it, and I ordered a piston and sleeve kit. So once those come in, we're going to take the block, the crank, and the head over to the machine shop. I'm going to get them to grind the crank for me, vat the block, and get it all cleaned up, and then install the valves and stuff for me. And I take the flywheel over there and get that ground, well, not ground, get it turned for me, so everything will be ready when it comes back. And once everything comes back, then I know what bearings to order for the crank, and I can get the clutch for the flywheel. So I get the crank bearings, rod bearings, and I can do a few other things like rebuild the oil pump, rebuild the distributor and stuff like that while I'm waiting on the machine shop. So, but the main part of this video is, I'm sure everyone knows JT West, and I really appreciate what JT did for me. He was nice enough to give me 2 gallons of IH Red, and it's getting close. So what I did today is when I got back, I started spraying just a few pieces to see how it, if the hardener I got is compatible with the paint. And it's still a little tacky, but catalyzed paint, especially with moisture that's in the air, it takes a little bit longer to dry. So I did build a fire in the stove. I don't really need it, but it's to dry the moisture and stuff up out of the air and help cure these out just a little bit. So, but the main point of the video is this, and never mind the mess in the shop. This is it. This is what we're going to work on today, or tonight rather. We are going to make sure that I did put thread sealant on all these bolts so it doesn't weep oil, and I'm going to do all of that. And then we're going to start sanding this and getting it ready, because if it doesn't rain tomorrow and there's not a lot of moisture, we're going to try and get this thing spray painted red. So I'm going to get everything set up and I'll be back. And I mean, it's just sanding. So just going to pause here, and when I get all this ready to go, then I'll come back and we'll go over what I've done. But I'd like to thank you for tuning in, and I'd like to thank you for watching, and most important, thank you for your time. I know it takes a lot here lately because it's something we don't have a lot of, but I appreciate the time that you are willing to take and watch my videos. So let me quit talking and let's get this thing going, and we'll be back. Good Saturday afternoon, and please forgive forgive the fan noise, but you know where I'm at. So here it is. It's been sanded, masked off, ready to go. The transmission, of course. Brake band covers, the hardware for the brake band covers, and gear shift. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. I'm not going to film while I'm painting because I don't want to get the overspray. This paint is catalyzed and it's a lot heavier than normal base clear, so it tends to stick to everything. So I don't want it sticking to the camera. But when I'm done, we'll come back and we'll check it out. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you shortly. All right, here we are at the end of the video and the end of the night. So here it is. 3 coats of IH red. I like it, looks pretty good. So transmission for the tractor is done. The brake band covers are done. The hardware for the brake band covers are done. And the gear shift is done. So, but that's it. It looks really good. I'm satisfied with the way it turned out. And it's still a little tacky. It started raining, so I had to bring the Super C in. But this is it. Well, that's it, and thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in and watching, however you want to say it. But we're going over to the house. I've got to get some stuff ordered so I can get the block and the head over to the machine shop so we can get started on the motor. And we'll probably do some more little paint videos of bits and pieces while I'm waiting on the motor to come back from the machine shop. So, as always, welcome to the new subscribers. Thank you for the continued supporters of the channel. Have a great night, and we'll see you soon from Old Red Tractors. Have a great night.